those knives have been out for like 10 years, and that hasn't come up in the courts yet.
No?
Nah, that's a gas. That's because you stab in it and you release nitrogen into it. Well, it's the same with my auto machete or auto shock knife would be, it has some kind of sensor, so once it gets blood into a certain little crevice and it contacts from one to the other, then it registers. Yeah, and then I can have it with a special sensor to react to different DNA elements. Like, oh, yeah, this is true. Don't chop him up, or he should. The shock for him's gotta be.
It was DNA, so it wouldn't cut through me or some bullshit.
Set it on auto stuff or it's Apple cut it and then electrocute you.
Don't cut it with a shotgun.
And then I hold it on you and then electrocute you, jump around and it just cuts into you myself and then you come back up that. Then I hit it again and you just keep jiggling back and forth and then I just keep cutting the more you keep shaking. But that's badass, huh?
Not if you get chopped by it. Imagine that shit. Oh, someone shot you and you're like, oh, badass.
Not badass. I mean,
Oh,
no, but you're getting shot.
You're the my other arm, dog.
They still fight with machetes down in Central America and shit a lot.
With machetes?
Panama, all down through. There's some dudes, I know a couple older dudes, and they know how to fight with machetes and art down
I
there.
think they're not like throwing knives.
No,
like,
they got
before they
big-
get close to each
no.
other, they throw some shits and then they get close.
No, these dudes have machetes and they fight each other. And there's stories about them chopping each other's heads off and everything all the time.
And they have machetes because they
No,
don't
they
have
got
guns,
big.
right?
Yeah, but,
And they
and
make bows and arrows?
yeah, they got all that. No, but you like El Salvador on it. They got everybody's packing a big ass machete to cut through all this shit to get somewhere too, you know. But it became an art on them fighting. This guy he could cut at me like this or like this, but he could take his hand and have somehow slide the fucking machete over to his other hand behind his back as he was moving, and it pop out here all the time. Okay. But in an easy movement, like not like it was a real effort. It's just like all natural. And the blade was this long. It wasn't no fucking dollar store machete. This fucking things are like 30 inches long, and these guys going all around it. It's like they'll fight each other at the drop of a hat with machetes. I don't know. Probably not so much anymore. It's against the law, but back then there's feuds. I worked with people that were from there and have told me stories like that.
Sword fights?
Yeah, where this one lady said she was at this wedding or something, and this guy got mad about something, and then they challenged him to fight, and then so they went to fight, and the one guy was fight like this, and then I guess the other guy dodged his block, or he took a swing on him or something, and he went in after the swing and fucking with a full swipe and cut the guy's head off. In one swipe, because you got it. When you're gonna cut their heads off, you gotta get it way up here close, way down on the fucking blade, like this, not at the tip of your sword. You gotta get it down here.
Oh,
So you gotta have, but start the cut, you know, and then go to get it off.
That'd be easier with the fucking electric one, huh?
No, they didn't have electric ones back there. But yeah, no, there's some badass machete guys down there for sure. It's just their mentality. And if you go, just like you go back to Indiana and you see all the Amish people fucking riding around, you're driving down the road, you're gonna work all day. What the fuck is this? And you're all slammed on the brakes, country road. There's a fucking cart with a couple cows in front of it or something, just going like not even a mile an hour, you know? And you can't do anything. The law, you can't touch or nothing because they live in their own type of world, their own beliefs, you know?
What the fuck?
Yeah, but that beliefs keeps the world like this at their door, and they keep the world at bay, you know? I don't know. That's the way it was explained to me back there. There's a place in Indiana called Shipshewana. That's a fucking, it's like a giant Arkansas thing, but this fucker's huge. I mean, there's rows and rows and rows and rows of shit, and fucking big old open barns and shit with auctions and thousands of fucking people. And a lot of people that sell stuff are the Amish themselves, right? farm and the guy,
Well, then-
the guys, or the kids, the guys, the young guys fucking working. Fucking
That,
big,
like-
oh, they're fucking pure muscles, dude. These guys were like fucking killers. Throwing the haze and everything around, but
Would you say they're built for tough?
yeah, they're way more than for tough. But they always seemed weird because we couldn't ever get around it. They couldn't get around normal people, or normal. Anybody outside of their religion or nothing, you know. Only at that ship Shawana, that's the only time they were allowed out. So that was kind of their time to go do dirty stuff if they had to. Because there was some younger ones and some girls and shit like that, but still, it was all their point of view, their perspectives, what they valued, and they wanted to keep that like that. It's like people chopping each other's heads off in Central America. They want to fight, they challenge each other to duel because, hey, he dishonored me or did this and this, and we're gonna do this. At the very least, they're gonna lose a finger or a fucking hand or something,
Shit.
you know. And you expect that.
So, when you're talking about like fucking machete fights and shit like that,
Or
what do you
machete
think- what do you think about fencing?
Fencing, I mean, it has a practical use, yeah.
What's the practical use of fencing?
Sword fighting, in a way.
But
Because
it's fake, right?
No, it's not fake. It's all, but still, when they're fencing, back in the day, it wasn't like the movies does all the sword fighting and shit. Back in the day, it's real life. You had to live and die with a sword, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There was no joke.
So nowadays
So
it's
no,
not
but
real life. like
no,
fencing,
I'm not
right?
saying that.
Fencing.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Oh fuck, I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, I'll talk about fencing because they also have like the one where they have like these.
Oh no, it's a sport. It's a
These
sport.
like
but
the foam.
No, yeah,
these
yeah.
foam swords and shit that you could play.
No,
like
but
do
real-
that shit with too. But like, what's the difference between that and fencing? It's the same shit.
no, fencing is fucking fencing with actual metal
But
things.
You have a fucking metal mask. That's
Look,
exactly-
but it's been
Might as
developed
well
like
use
that.
the foam things and you just use kind of like headgear. And
This
you
is
have a foam net
swordsmanship.
in
But
your face.
you don't think thousands of dudes before us
They like the clink of metals.
didn't think of that?
Cling, 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 cling. As opposed to just like with foam ones and you don't give a fuck, so you can't
Who's
go all
got
out
foam ones?
and not scared of actually stabbing and killing
Okay, I'm
someone.
just saying this fencing is
You
an
know?
art. It's one of the principles of swordsmanship and shit. Yeah, to be a sufficient swordsman back then, yeah, you had to fucking be fencing and all that, and you had an interest in it because it was people coming up with new moves and everything else. But back then, it was about stabbing the other guy to death before he got you. It wasn't about cutting him and doing all this.
Well, 'cause it's
No,
pointy,
no. But the main
Pointy
thing,
swords?
if somebody draws down on you and you're gonna fight to the death, you're not all no cutting. You're looking to stab this guy, and you're looking to use the length of your sword as to get there to do it, you know, or go around his shield or whatever. You're stabbing that fucker, right?
Fencing they have shields? Or
No.
they're just swords?
No, but it's
Or
the
you're just
use,
talking
it's the
about-
maneuvers and it's the balance they have to have it. Because there was a time after that where people just had swords, there was no guns, but there was light swords and stuff. They had like a rapier and they had another light sword.
Daggers and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
all kinds of crap.
but they all had a kind of art to it. So if this guy was fighting you this kind of way, in this artsy way or something, you would deal with it this way or that way, or you had your own, you know what I mean? It was an important enough art thing back then for all males to fucking have something in it, one way or another, or looking for some old dude or somebody to teach him stuff or shit like that, you know? Sweet, long time. I'm still waiting for those drive-through fucking pre-roll shops. Right?
Yeah.
When's that gonna happen?
I don't know. People get
Because when we
smart
clone
about it.
dinosaurs, and when we clone little fucking, and what would be your first cloning dinosaur? Would it be like a cute little lovable one?
Yeah, like a Chihuahua dinosaur.
An ancient chihuahua?
A barking a bite, bro.
A raw, no, chihuahuas are mean as fuck. Imagine a chihuahua but 10 feet tall. and all pissed off and hormonal like all chihuahua.
Oh no, because they have
Well,
like tiny
I
dinosaurs too. Get one of the little tiny ones first.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to even have one, you know? I would just want to see
Oh,
them.
now you know.
I
before you wanted to have.
want to like see documentaries on it, but actual footage or go look at them that someone has them and just like
All right.
observe the safe ones to observe out in the wild, you know? I don't think it'd be cool like fucking cloning raptors and just setting them free. They'll fuck shit up. Fuck that. I don't know what the
You'd be
process
spending
is out
billions
there.
of dollars to even the research to even do it. Well, you wouldn't just turn it loose.
Unless they could fucking somehow find an island out in the ocean.
Ah,
somewhere.
just like
that
the
doesn't really
movie.
have wildlife.
Because back in the day, you know, all the dinosaurs were saying, yeah, someday, fuck, man, we'll come back and then put us on our own private island where dinosaurs can rule. Yeah.
And they'll
I
feed us
bet
goats
you-
while
yeah,
dudes pass
they'll
around.
feed us goats and shit.
Next to
It'll
some
be great.
fences.
Yeah, I bet it will be.
Hey, in that fucking movie they cloned them too. This is where I got my idea from. Fuck. From the Jurassic fucking Park movie. The first one from 1995.
Stop plugging everybody else. We're our own fucking film production company.
Doesn't matter, man.
What is
That's
this?
all I need to go around.
Vampire Coffin Studios.
What the fuck are you talking about? Vampire Coffin Studios?
That's the name of the fucking production company. That's what we're producing.
Oh shit.
The Vampire Coffin's right in there. You seen it. That's the real shit.
You fucking must have told me this when I was super stoned.
I did. I planted a seed. But that seed was very smoked out. I think the fucking studio manager had something to do with that. What is that fucker doing?
It's over there.
What's he doing? He's intense though. Did you see it when he's ready for lunch? You see how he gets? Imagine you're a fucking Uber driver delivering snacks or something to the house, and that shit comes out at you on the fucking shit. What are you gonna say? Here, have it. Man, you're fucking up my pool table. But you know why I don't ever get mad?
Why?
Because I had to disassemble this whole fucker down to the staple, dude, to put it in here and to reassemble it. I know that I know how to take this felt off and replace it and everything because I took it all apart. I had to get it in here.
Sweet.
I mean, down to the staples and
Who
the.
helped you deliver it here?
I did it myself. Oh, well, my brother helped me load it in the fucking trailer. So we got there and I took the trailer and I go to move it, dude, and we put our arms fucking between budget. No, we can't. And he said, we can't. And I didn't think we could. But we did, and fucking had bruises on my arms like for a month, dude.
For real?
Yeah.
This is heavy as fuck.
Dude, the slate on this is like 3.5 inches. I can't even lift one section by myself. Barely.
God. Well, I've seen some of these for real cheap, but they say you have to get movers on your own, and that shit's expensive.
No, but see, I know exactly because I put it together. I had to take apart. It was in my trailer. There's no way to unload it. I tried to put fucking jacks under it and big things. It's just too much. So I had to take it apart, piece by piece, bring it in here.
How many pieces is it?
I don't want to think about it. But
3 or 5?
I don't know. And then I reassembled it. It's a big fucker. It's a custom fucking open.
You can't even feel it.
And he said, no, because you know what?
That is awesome.
I put it all back together and I was leveling it with a ball and a level. And dude, it took me months to level this table. And look, I'm a machinist. I know how to put shims and stuff and how to do stuff to get the tolerance in, you know? Let me see that. In old times, I go to if you go to a shop or something, oh, I'm gonna go down there and have my scissors sharpened or somebody's got their knife sharpened or something. They go to a guy that had this in his shop or on the back of his bicycle with a fucking piece of wood and clamped to it, and he goes around and he uses stone and sharpen or anything on anything. And
Like a grinder.
yeah, it's like a grinder, dude. And it says, I know freehand grinding press. I know how to make knives and shit, you know.
Uh-huh.
But when I see that, the guy explained it to me, it's like, oh my god, that is like, look at this. And That machine right there, that grinder, that's about
Oh, that's
$2,000. That's $2,000.
That's the ones I use. I never use this.
No, but not that. One. That's $2,000 right there.
No, I use that like
That
where I
kind?
used to work at.
But anyway, yeah. So yeah, if you were the shit. I just got bent somehow, but anyway.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's,
Correction?
Niagara, what is it? Niagara.
WD-40?
Niagara Falls. So anyway, yeah.
What, this is Niagara Falls?
That's the company back then that made it.
Oh, okay.
Back in the
It should
day,
be
a
rust
lot
that
of, a
stuff
lot
up
of,
there.
a lot of machines and big fucking giant machines and lathes, metal stuff was made in Indiana, Michigan, a lot. There's a lot of industry in Indiana back in the day. It's long gone. But anyway, yeah. This is what they do, and he clamped us onto something. You know what I mean?
On the table, right?
Yeah, but you can imagine they had this, and you bring me a bunch of old beat up blades, because look, I can tell because I'm a grinder and shit. That's what made me appreciate it. It's like how far down he's got a worn and shit. This thing must have started back when it was running good.
Well, it has to have been like to where it doesn't hit here, right? So, not too bad. Right?
But still a lot. And you just imagine what he used it on. And look how all the rock is already all closed in and filled in with deposits and shit. And it's always has been.
Yeah, I think maybe they had a table that had some platform thing that came up and
And
then hooked up to that. So it was up here.
And he was fucking, he was having somebody do this. He had to have.
Oh, cause then, or unless he was one-handing it.
Yeah, because you're right. This
Yeah, I've
shit,
always used two hands when I'm fucking driving.
this should have.
I don't one-hand that shit.
This shit should turn more easily, but it's all good, strong. It's just gears. They're just real dry. You know what I mean?
And like,
But if I,
the
if,
volume
no,
or something.
no, if I redid all that shit, all that. But the main reason is this aesthetic.
Look, that's a hole. You probably just drop a little bit
I don't know,
of
you
oil
know
on there. Look, on top right there. You
I
just
think it
drop
went on a
little
machine.
drops of oil.
Yeah. I think it went on a machine or something at one time. But anyway, they told me, yeah, I started sharpening fucking scissors and shit. I don't know what this shit is. A folk knife. Let me see that. Here's a knife from my grandpa, my dad's dad. He's a farmer, rancher, Tennessee. I guess you could say like a river. I don't know. He's a real nice guy, real soft spoken. Grew anything. Really respected the guy the way he had his self-control, just that. Had his view on life and how it was going and everything, and he didn't let nothing fuck with him, you know. But anyway, this is an old knife that passed away years back, but I got all of his old stuff that my dad got and brought back out here, and I told Dad, just give me that old knife. I worked out there, and it's not about the wood. It's anything that Grandpa used in his hands, used for sure, you know, business and stuff. And when I told Dad that, I was like, I had on my head, I remember, and I go, oh man, and I started visualizing a knife, right? And I visualized that one military knife, but I got it in there in the other room.
Oh,
That one.
because you had seen it and had it.
I seen it down there, and no, it's in one of his sheds down by the garage, down by the garden. And I seen it a few times, and I seen it out, and it was already, since I was a knife kid, I was like knife, but it was out, and I knew it was military. Yeah, this is my grandpa's K-bar knife. He was in the war, or in the army. He was an infantry guy. No, he was in the tank battalion. And regardless, I don't know. I mean, I got a couple of his old insignias from his old uniforms that I took. But this was the main thing. This was always remember this in the shed, but in a box with a bunch of stuff. See, when he got this and got it back home, he ground it and tried to make it into a knife, like to clean, to do stuff on the farm and shit. You know what I mean? That's why he did it, ground it all down and stuff. But you see how he lost his shape and everything. But basically, he was using this for killing pigs, killing hogs. Use this to kill hogs and just all this wear. And I just cleaned it up only. I didn't regrind it or nothing. This is an old fucking K-bar, original one from World War II. Shit. So, fuck, that's fucking 100 years old or something. But anyway, these are stomp knives. They're always a standard. They still are pretty much, because you can't beat a giant handle knife that fills up, the grip fills up your hand, and you can really get into it, you know, and you got enough length of the blade to do something, and enough reach out there, but not so huge that you're committed or it can get tied up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the right thing. It's built for dispatching people, you know, guards and shit. The military have to come up behind people and fucking stab them and shit like that. No, that's an actual reality. Any veteran, any your army guys, anything, that's the actual thing they gotta learn there, be ready for, or they're trained for. Or they used to be. I don't know, maybe they're not now.
Stab the shit out of people.
Well, now there's so much, well, yeah, you gotta know how to, no? You gotta have the mentality. The thing about it is, you know what a knife can do because you use it to cut your food and stuff all the time. That's what makes it more terrifying than getting shot, you know?
Put your food up on the thing.
That's the mentality of knife. You know what I mean?
And K2.
Anyway, this was in the shed, and I visualized this little by little over the years, over a lot of years. I remember it in there and this and that. I thought it'd be cool. My boy's getting sick, and I called him probably like a month before he passed away, but he told me he was dying and shit. I don't want to get into it, you know, but it was a sad conversation, but he told me, yeah, this and that, matter of fact, these type of things, and I just accepted he did. Alright. And he's gone. But I always remember this, and then this night, he always had this on the side of the garden somewhere. He'd always had this thing, and he'd cut up tomatoes or green tomatoes. It's a huge fucking garden. So this knife he actually used a lot, just cutting up, because you see it, look, the thin blade, and what I say hillbillies, with the people back there, this is Tennessee, right? They'll take the saw blades from sawmills, big, you know, giant blades, or this was from a bandsaw, a band blade or something, you know what I mean? I think.
You made it feel like?
Yeah. And then he filed it. I cleaned it up. It didn't have I wasn't all clean and nice like this before. It was just like a working knife. I didn't regrind or anything. I just touched it up with some steel wool and stuff and treated it. But you could tell, and this is something he used for real for a lot of years. And I know because I've seen it right there inside of his garden or something. And I got it here right now. And I'll tell all you got it back there. Okay? So yeah, it's a skinny little knife with you got a little piece of clear stuff, I don't know, acrylic somewhere. He worked at an Alcoa aluminum plant, big, huge, you know, Alcoa aluminum used to do, well, they did aluminum foil, all kinds of shit, but the plant that they had there in Knoxville, Tennessee, he was in charge of climbing these big, it was like the classic big factory thing, where they had huge tanks and shit outside, and huge towers that people had to climb up and monitor gauges there, because all these pipes and stuff, it's all this aluminum and everything going through different processes, and all these pressures and shit have to be monitored. But the equipment to make all these processes is so huge, you need dudes up on top of there on scaffolding shit, monitoring this shit. And that's what my grandpa did. That wasn't always his job, but that was when he was before he retired. That's what he did. And then the last few years he was there, he made it so he timed it he had it timed for the baseball game or the softball games he used to watch at a park right next to Alcoa Aluminum. There's a park right there, City Park, and they have baseball games and softball games all the time. Well, Grandpa could have a thing right up there on the top on one of those nests, because When I say climb up, it's like a little ladder on the side of this fucking giant stack, you know? And you're going up there looking, and you're writing these things down and shit. You're monitoring this shit.
For real?
Yeah, they want a human monitor on all this stuff because it's serious shit. You can't trust everything to machines and everything else to, you know what I mean? But that place slowly went under. I mean, I guess they're still there doing other things, but that was just a different time there. But anyway, yeah, he used to watch the ball games from the crow's nest up where we worked at, looking down across the fucking fence down at the fucking park. Monitoring a big old cage on the side of this fucking giant thing that could blow you up in the sky.
God damn.
And he did that for years. He made good money. He was just a quiet, hard-working cat, man. Props to him. And these are his knives. And yeah, I wouldn't take nothing for these. Nothing.
Yeah.
Right here. This is a fucking buck knife, right? And if you like switchblades and you want the absolute baddest fucking
This
one.
the brand?
Buck, yeah. And see, they used to, this is the Buck 110, it's always been like this, they've been out since the 50s, but this was always a bad knife. If you couldn't carry a gun or something, you always had something like this, nice, big, solid. They were expensive, they were hard to get back in the day, but they became popular and shit, and there's a lot of copycats and shit like that, but they always remain the same. But anyway, there used to be a lot of people, machinists, who would get the just get the basic ones, the folding ones, and then machine it, and they put it like a switchblade thing. They put a little toggle switch in there with a detent into the blade, and they put a spring in the bottom, like that Italian switchblade. That same kind of mechanism, right? And machinists would do that, and they sell them at the gun shows here.
For real?
They sell it for $200, $250, $200, but they're all not finished right, and they all look homemade in kind of way. It's like they fucked up a good knife, and it's kind of works, but it's like, you know what I mean?
For $200?
Yeah, but Buck started picking up on that. People were looking for those so much, a full auto Buck knife, that they went and they started making their own. I bought this shit for like $150, okay? $150. I think it was on sale, but regular like $200. But dude, you're getting the Buck 110 in ebony handles. I mean, and look at those big fat pins. They use the best shit on the knife. They're not worried about using too much process. Ebony is a type of real hard ass wood from Africa and some other places, but it's just super hard, real black contrasted wood. They use it in a lot of knife making and shit. But anyway, this is a Buck, okay? So you press the button, boom. Yeah, but look, you got the same lock as the original one. You got everything. It's just full auto, dude. This is a dream. When I seen this come out, it was a dream come true to me. But they were always like $250 when they first came out, $250. And then when I seen it on sale for like, well, I think it was $139 at Sportsman Outlet or some shit like that. And I got it, and I was like, fuck, I don't regret it because it's an investment. And not only that, I mean, come on. Out of all the other switchblades or automatic ones they have out there, they have nice ones and they do all kinds of stuff. But for just classic lines and reliability and just a good solid piece of well-made stuff in your hand, right then, in your hand. I mean, if you just had it in your pocket, whatever, you could have it out. If a guy was going at you something, you could have it out and just kind of already have this into his throat before it's going down, you know?
Yeah.
Boom. Or have it like stuck halfway in and say, do you want to take this farther? I can just, or I could pull this out slowly, or I could just cut forward. And I got this. Oh, that's cut forward? I watch too many movies. But yeah, hey, Buck 110, the auto, highly recommend it. It's bad. Look at this shit. And if it ever gets dull or anything like that, just polish it up on a buffer or whatever. And with the ebony, fuck, you just keep it clean and stuff. There's no wobble. You got that badass fucking buck steel. Fuck, I love it. I don't carry it very often. If I know I can't carry a gun or something, I have it, or something else, I'll have to. But for sure that, because that's no nonsense, it's not confusing, you don't have to work little buttons or gizmos, and it's not, and it's so solid, you can comfortably stab somebody real hard, you know what I mean? With a cheap little sari knife, you can't be in there throwing fucking deep ass stabs, you know?
This is solid.
You know? So that's a buck, 110 with that turkey. You try to have one or two of those. Either our new knives or just old ones, different opinions or explanations I got of the origins and stuff, or what I know. My big perspective, right? Our big perspective, is that what this is about? I can't tell about that. Do you bake? You don't even look like you bake, dude. You look like one of those guys that go to places and say, was somebody that prepare me some food? Or am I gonna go hungry?
Like restaurants? Fuck yeah. You learn how to make some food.
And this thing was a birthday present to me. This whole chessboard from that dead dude that's in that thing with that cowboy hat, you know what I talked to you about? That's it. Or that's what he got me. Last birthday present he got me with that. I don't know. I've messed with it a couple times, but I don't know if all the characters or anything. I've just always moved from place to place and always tape it up and everything. Okay, I'm going to this department now. I've moved it for like 6 times from different places I lived, you know.
Wow.
It's that old. I didn't realize it until I was like, fuck, it's right there on top of the refrigerator. Why don't I even look at it? You were the one telling me about chess and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Did you know how to play, or was that just a fucking urban legend?
No, I know how to play.
That's not urban legend? You're not legendary in your skill? Not yet?
Nope.
Okay. Witchcraft. What do you think about witchcraft? He's got how do I say? Expert opinion. What is your expert opinion?
What? Expert opinion? I don't know about witchcraft much. I don't have an
Let's
expert
talk about
opinion
something you
on
know.
witchcraft.
Let's talk about bitchcraft. What do you know about bitchcraft?
What the fuck is witchcraft? Explain that to me.
It's the same as witchcraft. It's just done with bitchy overtone. It's the same thing, right? Bitch.
Like if a fucking Kardashian was doing witchcraft like that?
No, that crap. No, I don't even entertain that shit.
Karen was doing witchcraft? Bitchcraft?
Bitchcraft. No, that's for another show or something. I'll wait for that.
Let's wrap this up.
Oh, let's wrap this up. You gotta get going, right? So how do we wrap this up? Oh, well, yeah, studio manager just passed out. I know he ate because you see me feeding, right? To record that shit. Yep. Fucker's ready to eat, huh?
Yes, Pastor, look.
Where? It must be cold as fuck outside then, huh? Alright, so, well, that's the show then. Happy holidays, and then hopefully this will a lot more.
Happy
podcasts.
holidays.
Happy holidays.